G'day guys, my name's Rob Timmings. I just wanted to do a quick video. I've had a few inbox requests from people on Facebook and a couple of emails from a whole lot of people that haven't heard of who ECT4Health is and who I am and what I do and all of the rest of it. They've just started to see on their Facebook feed or on their YouTube feed some videos starting to crop up, and it's because I've decided that I'm going to do quite a bit more sort of teaching in the online space. I'll continue to do the seminars and the cruises and the Bali trips and all of the rest of it that I love doing and that many of you know me for. But for those sort of newcomers into our ECT4Health family, who are we? Who am I? What do I do? Where am I from? All of that sort of stuff. So, first of all, if you're new to me and ECT4Health, then welcome. My name is Rob, and I own ECT4Health. We've got an education company that travels all around Australia, a little bit into New Zealand, and we're starting to sort of smash out some places in the Pacific as well, as we take groups of nurses and paramedics on cruises to do their CPD, their continuing professional development. As you know, nurses in Australia and New Zealand and paramedics in Australia and New Zealand need to get their CPD hours up. Minimum of 20 hours in Australia. I think across the ditch in New Zealand it's 60 hours. And so one way to do that is to watch and diarise and reflect on online videos like the sort of content that I put up. To read blogs and articles that have a flavour towards your workplace, certainly recording the time that it takes you to do those, and then of course to attend seminars. And let's be honest, I'd love you to come to the seminars. I like to think that our seminars are fun and inspiring, and that the sort of education that you get from me makes you leave feeling really inspired to get straight back into your clinical practice. I really firmly believe in putting the science in education. So let's go back a little step and talk a little bit about sort of where I'm from. So I'm sitting here in my garage, which is our office or our studio. I suppose we can call it a studio. We've got a camera and a microphone here. So in a little town west of Brisbane, a place called Toowoomba. In fact, I'm on the outskirts of Toowoomba, a tiny little village called Maringandan, famous more so for the steaks that you get at the local Maringandan pub, but that's another whole post probably. My background is emergency nursing. I've been a registered nurse in Queensland, Australia for it'd be 31 years now. Trained in the middle of the 1980s, and like most nurses that trained in the 80s, when the hospital-based training system finished, it was time to go and get some sort of academic qualifications. So did the whole bachelor, did the master's thing, and specialised in my first love, which was emergency. So as a clinician, how do I identify myself? Emergency nurse, no question. I'm an ED nurse through and through, but I really love the education stuff. I love to teach all of the geeky sciences that are in the clinical stuff that we have to do as nurses, and so for that reason I post up a lot of content and a lot of educational material that's a little bit sort of science flavoured and definitely in the acute space, so looking at acute deteriorations of patients. I run seminars on things like cardiac rhythm interpretation and blood gases and respiratory physiology and trauma, all of anything that would walk into an emergency department. That's kind of the field that I like to play in. Clinically, I work across a number of emergency departments and in rural and remote areas, so I like to travel up into rural parts of far northwest Queensland and into the Torres Strait and work in remote area communities. So that's kind of how I keep my axe polished clinically. I work in a cardiac unit here in Toowoomba, my hometown, so I like to keep that cardiac stuff fresh and polished, and and I love to do the teaching. So that's me. I hope you enjoyed a bit of an introduction to who I am. If you don't follow our Facebook page, find it, ECT4Health. You can see the sign behind me. It's easy to spell. Don't forget the number 4 in the middle of it. ECT4Health, Education, Consultancy and Training for Health. Have a look at our .com.au website, so ect4health.com.au, to have a look at our seminars. And all you need to do is go to Google and type in ECT4Health, what's on, and you'll get all of the stuff that we're doing over the next 6 months. We're probably coming to a town near you, but if we're not, we'll come. You've just got to get who's who in the zoo at your facility, at your hospital, at your little town, at your big city. Doesn't matter where you are. Give us a call, drop us an email, we send a quote, and I come. I bring a bag, I bring my little mate Frank, you can see him up there next to Phrenology Head. I bring Frank, we have a good old yarn, we have a good talk, and we do a 1 or a 2 day seminar in your location, with your people, on the content that you choose. So, hit us up. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the videos. We'll see you next time. Bye.